Helium mining is the best way to mine crypto in 2022. Yeah, I said that last year. I'm saying it again this year. But there's a lot of bad news that we need to cover. There's also good news, and there's also just simply news from HIP 54, 55, helium miner manufacturers, just shipping updates, status, and things like that. And some reasons why I think Helium will continue to be a not just billion-dollar cryptocurrency project, but multi-billion-dollar project. But how can we be set up to make the most money or really earn the most heliums when it comes to being a helium miner, a helium user, a helium validator, helium investor, right? Obviously, nothing's ever financial advice here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel, but this is our CHO, our Chief Helium Officer, Tails. Make sure to slap that subscribe button. Today, we're going to be jumping into just all the latest, greatest, baddest, that's not a word, or I guess it is. Anyway, helium news. Let's do it. Full transparency and disclaimer, okay? I love mining, and earning passive income with mining has changed my life, and I just I love it, period, right? And also, if you buy a helium miner, throw links down in the video description. We do earn a small percentage, so thank you if you do that. But I'm not really here to just show you miners the whole time and hope that I earn a whopping 2, 3, 5%. I keep up to date with all this stuff because I personally want and need to with how many helium miners I have. And honestly, I think this stuff's really cool, and I just kind of nerd out about it. So why not turn it into a video? With that said, is this not the coolest name, right? Sneaky Shamrock Shell. Like, Sneaky Shamrock Shell? Like, my dude got alliteration and a cool freaking name. Oh, I'm all about it. And just like that, he's no longer even the latest hotspot. That's an alert eggshell. Shout out to Mr. J. Helium has pushed way over 500,000 hotspots as they just truly populate the world. Really cool, really interesting. It's so exciting. This is some cool stuff. A lot of questions have been coming out around HIP 54 and 55. Well, let me just address one thing up front. Okay, so helium validators are just about the rich getting richer, right? Their old lottery system and hitting consensus was an incredible way to small guys to have a fun luck factor to earn a lot of money and a lot of helium. Like, I earned $5,000 in one day by hitting consensus. That's how incredible helium used to be. That's no longer the case because they want whales to make a big chunk of money. Just like Helium Inc. takes a huge cut of every helium block, or as far as Helium HNT distribution goes. But anyway, that's my little mini rant, right? So HIP is a Helium Improvement Proposal. We're going to talk about a lot of things today, so please stick with me. We're going to talk about manufacturer updates a little bit later. I know that's always a hot topic, and I said it to the end, so your boy can have a little bit of a rant attached, for better and worse. This HIP serves as an explanation to the current proof of coverage POC targeting behavior, as well as a proposal for a more scalable replacement using an H3-based index. So this HIP is supposed to communicate knowledge that this is a change to the current implementation. The current targeting mechanism relies on a global list of asserted hotspots. So this list, as the network grows, is increasingly expensive to maintain and examine. Additionally, this list does not support garbage collection, so inactive hotspots are counted towards targeting probability, leading to targeting skew in hexes with many inactive hotspots. An example of mistargeting is here. What is this improvement supposed to accomplish? An improvement in the performance of validating and absorbing blocks and more expected targeting distributions. But it's 55 that you'll probably find much more interesting. Okay, HIP 55 that proposes a change to how proof of coverage POC challenges are generated and submitted to the Helium blockchain to allow for further network scalability. Originally, hotspots were the only kind of entity on the network. They were responsible for block production, challenges, witnesses, etc. With the switch to validators, they moved beyond that model for block production, but they still have significant computational overhead and complexity on hotspots as a result of the old designs and constraints of proof of coverage. So basically, the old hotspots are overpowered for what they're doing because they've moved a lot of that to validators, including a lot of the rewards. So you know that. And if you're wondering how much it costs to set up a validator, well, look at the screen. Real-time update. Furthermore, look at this cooldown time. Yeah, it's not just turn it off and sell those coins when it pumps when you want to. So I want to talk about that real quick. So I've staked a lot of coins over the years. I've mined liquidity miner, right? Yield farmer. Masternode operator. Yeah, we got numerous video guides on it for many years, many different cryptocurrencies, different setups, and so forth. And let me tell you, the biggest thing I learned about all of this is that you are set to lose unless you are just stupid bullish on this for a long time, right? But I keep my money, my crypto, my coins semi-liquid, right? I have a good chunk of my Helium just sitting in my app in my wallet, right? Yeah, okay, cool. I have some on an exchange that I can sell on the pump if I want to, or trade it for other coins, because again, I'm not so blind that I think I gotta be all in on one coin and that's it. Granted, I do like Helium and I have a bag of HNT, right? Because I do think that they have a bright future. But here's my point, is that you get locked up, you think you're Mr. Validator, well guess what? You're down 60% from the all-time high, and you couldn't have sold that ATH if you even wanted to. And that's the issue with these things, right? So congrats on this percent of returns, okay? Right? Maybe you earned that, but now you're down 60% from the all-time high. Obviously, it's very difficult to sell the all-time high, but you can't even play the game if you're in a cooldown period. And so one of the biggest lessons I have learned mining crypto, staking crypto, running master nodes, and basically being a crypto enthusiast, user, investor full-time for about 5 years now is that I don't lock my coins up and things like that. I don't. It's cost me more money than it's made, and that's it. The important thing about HIP 55 though is that this opens the door for light hotspots. Light hotspots are basically just cheaper, less capable hotspots, right? They're little microcomputers that can have lower specs because they have to do less. That's it. That's simple, right? So it will reduce the cost to produce these. It will increase the amount of hotspots that can be produced and so forth, right? All that stuff. But as far as when that will hit the market and when these people will be able to get them out and the changes and so forth, I personally still don't think it's time to be loading up on light hotspots in anticipation of that change. Also, please watch out for data-only hotspots, because if that thing doesn't process any data, which is very rare on the network still, that thing's, dead in the water. Congratulations, you're doing free work, which some people are fine with. But yeah, that's really my point. I want to stay with that. So basically, we still need to watch and see where this goes. But light hotspots will change the game, and ultimately, current Helium miners will see a reduction in their Helium mining profitability until Helium HNT, the coin, rises in price. Recently, Bobcat has put out their own hotspot management software and an app to accommodate that. In the last year, Bobcat has shipped nearly 250,000 Bobcat hotspots for the Helium network. It's the #1 Helium mining manufacturer with over 30% of market share. They were also voted the favorite hotspot manufacturer of 2021 by the Helium community. I personally cast a vote for that as well. We've talked a lot about the different miners. I absolutely and only recommend the Bobcat Miner 300. Another alternative would be joining the VoskCoin Discord or the VoskCoin Talk forum and grabbing a used hotspot from our community members, right? We don't encourage scalping or anything like that. We want people selling for around what they paid for these things or less if they want to move it quick, right? And so, I've watched a lot of people get burned on eBay. If you want to go in there and jump in those waters, good luck. A lot of people have a good experience and they'll make fun of me in the comments. Other people will get burned and they'll never come back to Helium mining. And that's the kind of thing I'm trying to stop. You order direct from the manufacturer, it's just like buying a car from the dealer. They better get it right eventually, period. Otherwise, they shouldn't be in business. But there's even other news when it comes to the future of hotspot apps, right? The Helium hotspot apps and wallets and the Helium ecosystem, right? What this means. Makers are introducing their own apps and web dashboards over the next few weeks. Makers are ready. They'll start removing onboarding ability for those hotspots in the Helium app. So if you have a Bobcat miner, you're going to be using the Bobber app. I absolutely hate this. I don't want 27 apps. It's going to force people to want to centralize which Helium hotspot miners they're getting. Like, for example, I would only want Bobcat miners, and I would want to put them all on the Bobber app instead of having a Bobcat app and a Rack app, and then probably like a Minted app, because those things change unless they put them under the same roof. Then you have, other apps, like if you can ever get a Nebra or the, mysterious Syncrobit, which we'll talk about that here shortly, among many other Helium hotspot manufacturers. You're looking at 5G, Hello Freedom Fi app, but maybe that one was kind of expected due to how different that is. The point is, literally nobody wants 27 frickin' apps. And I don't know why that they're excited about this. This is absolutely bad news. Helium will release a brand new app called the Helium Wallet to manage your HNT and identity on the Helium network. Look at that identity. Look at like just such a trend towards like that Web 3.0 identity stuff. It's funny the way things change in just, less than a year. The original Helium app will reduce its scope to manage Helium hotspots only, while the functionality will be disabled over time. This app will be rebranded to the Helium Hotspot app to manage original Helium hotspots. Yeah, congrats. Just like things that have something called Helium Incorporated, centralized, they're going to force you to do something whether you want to do it or not, and there's not going to be any community maintained option as far as I'm aware of and concerned when it comes to this stuff. I got zero interest in this, and I don't know why anyone else would, unless you're just all in on a specific manufacturer, right? That'd be cool, but I like to get every miner and test them here. We've created a review video on almost every single Helium hotspot miner on the channel, and if we haven't, we're probably working on a video review right now, but I like to gather sufficient data instead of just spewing a bunch of nonsense online like some of the rookies do. All makers will be able to deep link to the Helium Wallet app to sign transactions, including adding a hotspot, updating location, antenna, and elevation, transferring a hotspot. This means that users only have to enter their seed phrase in one place and not individually in each maker app. That's good. Then multi-account access, have more than one Helium wallet, import and manage them on a single app. Absolutely awesome. Supporting multiple seed phrases, that's great. Test and access looks good. Multi-payment feature, overdue. Address book support, about time. But again, these are all good things. Happy to see it. They also claim that there will be improved onboarding. As the network has absolutely exploded, onboarding has become a chore, pain, and just unreliable. Previously, onboarding was incredible and a very smooth experience. But again, as things became congested, that experience got worse and worse and worse, and we saw the Helium blockchain go down multiple times. The Helium experience about a year ago was absolutely incredible. Over the last couple months, it's been pretty bad, but I'm hopeful that these things will get better and improve moving forward. If you wanted for random ways to integrate tech into your life, well, congratulations. Blockchain cold brew. Yeah, recognize that running out of coffee is a nightmare for its customers. We got to caffeinate them. They got to work 9 to 5 twice a day. Welcome to the grind. Okay, support connectivity for real-time replenishment alerts on hundreds of its kegs with plans to deploy hotspots at all the locations. So, hey, get real-time alerts. It's interesting. Do I think we need this? Absolutely not. Am I excited to see what this can become? Absolutely. Will be really fun to head over there, do an interview, and kind of see how this is working out and what their motivation is. Another example of something we probably don't need but is being built, and being into this coin, I am excited to see what can become of this. HVAC systems become outdated over time. You can monitor and receive alerts about your HVAC system with this. I guess we got that going on. Sun is setting on 3G. Sunset dates near for global 3G networks, including AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and Vodafone. Businesses and consumers should be ready to switch to another provider for their low-power device needs. Make the switch to Helium. That's the pitch. That's intriguing, right? But specifically, I'm even more interested as far as cell connections go. FreedomFi 5G partnership. In partnership with FreedomFi, BuyCell is introducing the first outdoor CBRS small cells for Helium 5G. Helium's pivot towards 5G long term is probably going to add 10 billion or 100, I'm not even joking, $100 billion to their market cap if they can hit this with stride. Some people will laugh at that, and then I'll laugh at them in a few years. Again, only if they can accomplish it. I mean, 5G, it's the next basically evolution of the internet, especially when it comes to mobile internet, cell connections, and all that. Whoever gets that right is just going to be drowning in investments and money and just backers, which is going to raise the price. They integrate HNT properly. Demand is through the roof. And what follows demand? Price. We talked about Miami and their city coins before. Pretty freaking cool and interesting and weird. Miami governor is a big proponent of blockchain and Bitcoin and so forth, but own your city data with DataGov starting in Miami. What do you get when you combine Stanford open source technology and an ex-Microsoft fellow? You get 2 old nerds. That's what you get. You also get DataGovs. Welcome to DataGovs. So with DataGov's data governance on Helium, despite loads of optimism and technical chops, DataGov's quickly realized the challenges with operationalizing data at scale. Public and private sector organizations were unaccustomed to shifting regulations and using data and AI, artificial intelligence, to solve real-world problems like climate change. DataGovs helps solve all of this and more by harnessing the power of the internet using a Web3 ownership mindset for data sharing models and budgetary governance, which were previously unheard of. Yeah, try to keep up with the vocab today, son. It's getting a little intense. DataGovs is passionate about combating climate change and plans to help ship helium-compatible sensors to support environmental monitoring in smart homes and buildings. This is creating more demand for the Helium network. It will, and if data is processed, it will increase the earnings of Helium miners, among many other things. This is a bullish thing, and you'd probably be going just wild if you were in the Miami area. And also mining Helium. Other news, now roaming in Canada with Xtelia and the Helium partnership here. Hailing from Quebec, Xtelia joins the growing list of roaming partnerships in the Helium ecosystem. But what is roaming and what are the benefits, right? Between Cinet, Actility, Xtelia, Tectena, roaming partnerships in the Helium network, right? This is growing. Combined coverage. Roaming enables different LoRaWAN networks to combine coverage, providing more connectivity for compatible sensors and devices. Roaming and LoRa networks can be utilized by both mobile devices and fixed stationary devices. No drop packets. Without roaming partnerships, traffic seen by other public and private LoRaWAN networks is dropped. Utilize global coverage of the rapidly expanding Helium network without the need to deploy additional hardware infrastructure or increase upfront costs. See immediate ROI or return on your investment while leveraging existing LoRaWAN network server infrastructure. Hotspot owners also benefit from roaming partnerships on Helium by earning more HNT from the increased amount of data transfer. Basically, this is bullish for Helium. It's bullish for people who are, partnering with Helium, and it's bullish for earnings for Helium hotspot miners. So this is all cool, exciting stuff. Kind of in the same vein here, we have a Demo. Connecting cars to Demo will involve a device not unlike a hotspot. The Demo data miner will allow drivers to earn rewards and send rich data, yeah, no poor data, son, from their cars with maximum security. Now for the most exciting part, Demo is prototyping a version of this device that will transmit vehicle data over Helium 5G using compatible FreedomFi gateways alongside the Demo data miner. This underpins the potential for cars to verify coverage and quite literally drive. That's funny. Nice one, author. Drive massive usage on the network. And to get to the point, Demo co-founder, chief operating officer said, inspired by Helium, install, manage, maintain infrastructure, orchestrate activity in the real world. Okay, so basically, you can go here and be a little data miner. That's all cool and great. I don't like how invasive this is. I don't really want to be tracked with anything. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just, you ever heard of it's called privacy. But I think this is fun, interesting. Honestly, I'd slap one in the car and go drive around and specifically just data mine as opposed to just leaving it in there all the time. That's just kind of me personally. I think this is a big opportunity for a lot of people. But again, interesting. Another opportunity for another company to sell us something. Demo data miner. Sounds like we're going to be joining the waitlist for those, among many other hardware devices over the next couple of years. But hey, yeah, that's kind of the sitch here. We also talked about Panther. I'm not thrilled with Panther at all. I think they seem like an absolute scammy company. I don't trust them. They've lied. They've been misleading about things. However, I ordered some miners, and they did not ship when they were supposed to, but they did ship, and I did get them. And I need to double check the dates, but I did get them in 1 to 2 months after ordering. However, I ordered 5. And I had to pay over $700. I think it was about $800 in tariffs. And so I saved on shipping, but I got obliterated in tariffs. If I had ordered them one by one, that would not have been the case. I'm in the United States and we get crushed because our government is full of freaking idiots. The end. So you can go and grab one of these if you want to. But again, that's entirely at your own risk. Just a quick update on that. And they do not look nearly as cool in person. I'm not trying to sound like a crybaby, but I was all hyped for the green eyes. I didn't get that model. Neither will you. Also, a piece of contention. Syncrobit told me last month and the month before, whatever, etc., that every single VoskCoin branded edition Syncrobit miner was supposed to be shipped by the end of February. That has not happened again. But they do. Some of them do exist. Some people have received their miners. Join the server. We're doing what we can. And again, it's frustrating. I had all the warnings up front. At the end of the day, I don't manufacture these, I don't ship these, and this was a cool opportunity to bring a VoskCoin branded miner to market. And they were ordered when we were able to put these on the market to be ordered when literally nothing else was even available to be ordered or pre-ordered other than just the Bobcat miner at that time. However, Syncrobit has not done a great job, but they are still doing a better job than some of their competitors. I'm not going to go into a huge crap talking spree here. But again, I don't think it's perfect, but I have seen some updates. They do exist somewhere. Just trying to get them out the door and get them to the people. And I'm pushing on them as much as I can. But again, I don't build these. You don't yell at Michael Jordan if Nike's late to ship their shoes and like say you had an issue with your Cactus Jacks where you're not like, hey, Travis Scott, why is there glue on the side of this? It's like, dude, he raps. He doesn't make the shoes. I make videos. I don't make the miners. Furthermore, if you don't want the miner anymore, get a refund. Period. You can get one. Just asking for it. That's it. So, with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A lot to cover, a lot to run through. Helium's crazy, a lot of stuff going on here. I'm super bullish long term. Honestly, I'm bearish short term, just to be honest. But medium term, TBD. At the end of the day, I mine coins, I hodl them up, and we're going to hit another all-time high in the future. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to cash them in. Just like Helium Inc. cashes in on you. Look into that. Don't be naive. Don't be a sheep. Be a wolf. That's why we got the logo the way it is, which means you better slap that subscribe button and join the pack. Otherwise, you're in for a bad time. So, hope you enjoyed the video. We're uploading daily. So, hey, I'll see you tomorrow, or at least I hope I will. Thanks for watching.
Hey guys, it's Ms. Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Uplift. Uplift is a crypto platform that enables and propels startup projects through community-based capital deployment. They support projects who are just getting started through their accelerator, launchpad, and community features. With Uplift's accelerator feature, funds are provided to projects in their beginning stages to help with pre-launch. They also have a launchpad where users can do additional fundraising with exposure to different business leaders on the platform. And finally, users of the platform have access to a large community of marketers, influencers, and investors that expands over 80 countries. Users can also utilize their bounty and referral programs post-launch to help gain momentum on their marketing campaigns. The platform is live right now and has already successfully launched 3 IDOs, which you can find on their website. It looks like they've helped raise 450,000 BUSD for Uminter, 100,000 BUSD for Jumbo Exchange, and 200,000 BUSD for NFT for Play. They also have 1 active IDO live right now. Uplift also has several ready-to-launch features, including GameFi, an NFT marketplace, yield aggregators, decentralized exchanges, and other additional features. They also have a staking option where users can stake their token, LIFT, using MetaMask. They also have lottery rounds where winning tickets get you an additional allocation of $100. Users who stake the token also become members of their DAO, or Decentralized Autonomous Organization, and can help make decisions for the future of the project. Uplift has been audited by Zokyo, and you can find the details of the audit on their website. Their overall score of the project was 98 out of 100, making it a low-risk contract. Their team members or DAO council are also doxed. Check out the link in the video description below if you want to learn more about Uplift. Uplift is also doing a special bonus giveaway right now. The first 100 users who use the VoskCoin referral link below and stake at least 100 LIFT for at least 1 month will get an additional 100 LIFT tokens as a reward. Uplift is not endorsed by VoskCoin, nor is this financial advice. Please do your own research before investing.
Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money, I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.